Donkeys have played a significant role in human history, shaping the development of civilizations in ways often overlooked. These animals, domesticated thousands of years ago, became invaluable for transportation, agriculture, and trade. Their endurance, strength, and adaptability allowed humans to settle in more diverse environments, create trade routes, and develop agricultural societies. The influence of donkeys can be traced across continents, where they were crucial in the rise of empires and the movement of goods and people. Donkeys were first domesticated around 5,000 years ago in northeastern Africa, likely in modern-day Egypt and Sudan. These early donkeys were descendants of the African wild ass, a species native to the region. As desert-dwelling animals, donkeys were well adapted to the harsh climates and long distances of the area, making them ideal pack animals for human use. Their domestication coincided with the rise of complex societies along the Nile River, where agriculture and trade became the foundation of civilization. One of the primary ways donkeys changed history was by revolutionizing transportation. Before the advent of domesticated animals, humans relied on their own strength to move goods and travel. Domestication of donkeys allowed people to transport larger loads over longer distances, facilitating trade between regions. This had a profound impact on the economies of ancient societies, as it enabled the exchange of goods, ideas, and culture. The donkey's ability to carry goods across long distances helped establish trade routes that connected remote areas with urban centers, contributing to the growth of cities and empires. In ancient Egypt, donkeys were used to transport goods across the desert, connecting the Nile Valley to other parts of Africa and the Middle East. The donkey's endurance in arid climates made them indispensable for long journeys, and they became a common sight along trade routes like the Silk Road and other ancient highways. This opened up opportunities for cross-cultural exchanges and the spread of innovations such as writing, technology, and religion. As donkeys were integrated into daily life, their role expanded beyond transportation. They became vital to agricultural societies, where they were used for plowing fields, hauling crops, and powering simple machines. In ancient Mesopotamia, donkeys were often used to turn water wheels, helping to irrigate farmland and improve agricultural productivity. Their ability to work long hours with little food or water made them highly valuable in regions with limited resources. Donkeys also played a significant role in warfare. In ancient times, armies relied on donkeys to carry supplies, weapons, and other equipment across battlefields. Their strength and stamina were crucial in ensuring that soldiers had the resources they needed to fight, particularly in difficult terrains where wheeled vehicles were impractical. Donkeys were also used to transport the wounded and bring back spoils of war, contributing to the success of military campaigns. The influence of donkeys spread from Africa and the Middle East to Europe, Asia, and eventually the Americas. In many cultures, donkeys became symbols of strength and resilience, revered for their hard-working nature. In ancient Greece, they were associated with the god Dionysus, who was often depicted riding a donkey. In Rome, donkeys were common in both urban and rural areas, where they were used for everything from carrying goods to grinding grain. The Roman Empire's vast network of roads was heavily trafficked by donkey caravans, which played a key role in maintaining the empire's economic stability. The expansion of the Roman Empire brought donkeys to new territories, including Northern Europe and the British Isles, where they became a common sight in villages and farms. In medieval Europe, donkeys were essential for peasant farmers, who relied on them to transport goods to market and plough their fields. Donkeys were well suited to the rugged landscapes and narrow paths of the European countryside, where larger animals like horses were less practical. Their ability to survive on minimal food made them ideal for small-scale farming. In the Americas, donkeys arrived with European colonists in the 16th century. They quickly adapted to the new environment and became important to the colonization and development of the continent. In Mexico, for instance, donkeys were used in silver mines to transport heavy loads of ore, contributing to the economic boom of the Spanish Empire. In the United States, donkeys played a significant role in the expansion of the western frontier. They were often used by pioneers to carry supplies across the mountains and deserts, helping settlers establish new communities in previously inaccessible areas. Throughout history, donkeys have been valued not only for their physical abilities, but also for their temperament. Donkeys are known for their intelligence, patience, and calm demeanor, traits that made them reliable companions for people across different cultures. Unlike horses, which can be skittish and difficult to handle, donkeys are generally more cautious and less prone to panic. This made them especially useful in dangerous situations, such as navigating treacherous mountain passes or crossing rivers. The role of donkeys in history also highlights the close relationship between humans and animals. Donkeys were often treated as family members in many cultures, cared for and respected for their contributions to daily life. In some regions, donkeys were even used as a form of currency, traded for goods or services. Their value was not just in their labor, but in the way they connected people and places, enabling the flow of resources that sustained communities. In modern times, donkeys continue to be important working animals, particularly in developing countries where mechanization is less common. In places like sub-Saharan Africa and rural Asia, donkeys are still used for transportation, agriculture, and water collection, providing essential services to millions of people. However, the rise of industrialization and motorized vehicles has reduced the reliance on donkeys in many parts of the world. Despite this, donkeys remain a symbol of endurance and perseverance, and their legacy is deeply embedded in human history. Their contribution to the rise of civilizations, the spread of trade, and the development of agriculture cannot be understated. Donkeys allowed humans to reach new heights by providing the strength and endurance needed to overcome the limitations of human power alone. As we look back at the history of human progress, it's clear that donkeys have been an integral part of our journey. Their influence spans continents and centuries, touching every aspect of life from warfare to agriculture. In many ways, donkeys changed the course of history by helping humans build societies, explore new lands, and connect with one another. Without donkeys, the development of human civilization would have been much slower and more difficult. 4.